Hi everyone, it's Lynn from Monday Journals. I have a few journals that are going to be going up into my Etsy store in hopefully in the next week. So keep an eye out for them. There are 9 journals. They are standard traveler's notebook, junk journal styles. They each measure about 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. And like I said, they fit into that size. They are also standalones. You do not have to put them in a traveler's notebook, but that gives you, a approximate size. They are junk journal style. They have, each of them has stitching on the outside, a machine stitch, along with the binding is hand stitched. It's a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. They all come with some sort of clip to hold them shut because they are a little bit chunky. I've had to actually make some different ones, so I'm kind of trying something new. I bought some plain ones and then did a little bit of spray painting on them, so we'll see how those turn out. The kit, they're not kits, I'm sorry. The papers that I used are Stamperia. I like their paper pads. There are 3 Climate. There is 1 Imagine, 4 Hydrangea, and the last one is Our Way. That was a brand new one that I just finished up. So I wanted to give you a quick tour of what they look like, because a lot of times it's hard to see on Etsy. So one reason is, of course, I use glossy accents on the outsides of my journals. That highlights the areas that I think that are, should be brought, I don't know, it kind of, just gives it some body, some depth. And here you can see that on this one especially. So that's the outside, front and back. The inside has a girl. I like my little signature is the I like the vintage girls, vintage ladies, and I will put one in there somewhere. This one I actually put glossy accents on it to make her a little shiny. Wanted to do something different. There's trims. This one has a pocket. It has the page tabs and a piece of ephemera in there, and it just closes up and fits back in there. You could, if you wanted, put it inside the journal somewhere, and but I'll let whoever purchases it do that. It does have some lace. It's hard to see here, but there is some lace trim here. They're all junk journal. I'm going to go through them, show you this one. They're tea stained papers, ledgers, lined, plain. I got this really cool photo album with craft paper. It says memo on it. I've kind of got it covered up with stitching on it. Put some trim on it. The pocket is open. You'll see it on some of the other ones where the pocket is open. You can put your pictures in it, some keepsakes. And then there's usually a pop of different kinds of paper. Like this one I believe is from DigitalMadragora. I have other papers. There'll be Tracy Fox, TheJournalBoat. There'll be ScreechOwl, CalicoCollage. And the other person I do have some papers in are CreativeArtnSoul. So you'll see those as you go through. This one is a washi type style Japanese paper. Some of them have, or a lot of them do have ties where they'll have something in the center. This one does not. I left it hanging, so you could tie on a charm if you'd like. But they all have like a music paper. There are some different papers in some of the newer ones that I did. And I'll show you that. Here's what I was telling you about the pocket. I put a tag in this one. And you can slide in, like you could put a picture on this tag and then slide it in, and then you'd see the picture. There's some trim on that side. It's nice bright blue that kind of goes with the rest of it. And then these are all the outside page. This one is tracing paper or rice paper, whatever. It's tracing paper. And then the inside of this one has a few pieces of ephemera and a booklet that has a couple little bit things in it as well. There's a pocket and it's holding it's, you know, a little file folder with some goodies in it. All right, that's the first one. And there we go. Put that back together. Next one is another Clement. It has a bird on the outside. You can see the glossy accents. It has a little square on the top. There is, I'm not going to be able to see that well because of the angle, but there's trim, and then there are 3 little gems on there. They're golden, and it has stars on the machine sewing. Nah. This one has that kind of pocket, a little bit different. It has like a piece of, it's a chipboard, but it's in that pocket. Can be used any way you want. This has pieces of, not pieces, charms made with love and a little feather on it. And then inside there's some pieces of that you can use in the inside. There's ephemera from the kit, as well as maybe some others that I've attached and cut up and put inside. There's my little girl on this one. It says Joy, and this one has some lace on it, but otherwise the pages are the same. So I will show you, like this one has pages here. It's all junk journal style. There's the pocket, the middle. These are pockets that can hold ephemera. This one also does not have anything hanging on the middle, at this time anyway. And then in the back there's a little not a tag, but it's a place to write something and keep it inside, and page tabs. Each one of the journals, I might not have it in it right now, but the journals will go out with page tabs, and they are the whale's tail page tabs, so they go over the edges. You can either cut them in half, so you have a couple extra ones, or you can fold them over the pages. And I'll show you on this one what it looks like. But here's one of the Clement. It's the girl. She looks, here's the paper in full with, you can see the glossy accents. This one has one of the chipboard pieces on as well, and it says inspiration. It is a chipboard piece and then cheesecloth underneath that. Inside, this one has a large pocket and has the bigger pocket on the inside, again with some ephemera pieces in it. Does have a little leaf on the thread that goes around the pocket. There. Actually, I like it dangling, so we'll put it dangly. And then this one has a little lace. This is tracing paper. Again, all the pages meant to match junk journal style. There's a little piece of ephemera that can use on anything, but I tucked it in the pocket so you could see it. You can hold things. Another ephemera piece where you can write something on it. Put it anywhere you want in the journal. Doesn't have to go here. And a couple girls on the front of it and inside this one as well. And if you don't see some on like girls inside, they will be added. So this one has a pocket in the back, and it holds one of the little folders. And here you can see the whale's tail. It's a double what do you call it? Like it opens when you get them. Pull one out here. When you get them, they are in a this one up. The package may have some, depending upon how I was able to trim them, they'll either be a single, which is just one that I've had to cut in half, maybe it didn't fit, but they'll look like this when you get them. And what you're going to want to do is either cut them in half so you have lots more than just the 2 or 3 I might send, or you can fold it in half like this. So when you open it, this one looks like this one. And then you fold it over on the page and glue it. This one's got some sewing on it, so it's a little difficult to see, but there you go. So that's a page tab. So this one goes inside. That is inspiration. She has hearts sewn on her. I love these papers. I have a second set that I will probably be making up. The next one is from the Imagine paper pack, Stamperia again. Has flowers sewn on it. The paper says made with love. And it looks like this. This paper pack is really pretty. It's kind of a, I don't know how to say that, artsy, or I'm trying to get some better light in here. I guess that didn't help. Let's put that back down. Very much more country, or, you know, quilty. And has an image on the front, one of the vintage image girls. Some Tim Holtz at the top here, some cheesecloth. Very pretty, and lace down the center, and it still is pamphlet stitched. So the inside of this one has a couple tags, has a label in it. This is a pocket, which can be put anywhere inside the journal to store something. This is actually vellum on this page, and it does flip out, not just for fun. I mean, you have something fun if you wanted to do something, make a tuck spot, you surely can. Some of these these papers have pink on them. I may have used some of fountain pen ink, and I've actually done some splattering of it, so you'll see that in this one. I'll show you a few pages of this, but otherwise the papers are the same. It has lace on this one, front and back. Papers are similar. Here's CalicoCollage papers. I like writing on this. It's really nice to write on with the little lines. It's a little stamp on a piece of tracing paper. That's a little bit different in this book. Yeah. This center of this one is CreativeArtnSoul. Very fun, bright flowers. The center does have 2 buttons, and so that's kind of fun to dangle off the edge. And some more of those papers. This side looks like this has a tag inside of it, which, like I said, you don't have to leave it there. And there's the other side that's empty, and the papers. And this one has a few things in the back as well already. There's a page tabs for this one, and some stamps and some papers. The next 1, 2, 3, 4 are from the Hortensia paper collection. It does have the 2 vintage buttons on the bottom. I'll open it up. You can see that this one has the glossy accents, where I've done the flowers, brought them out so they just kind of pop out a little bit. The colors are a little bit more vibrant when you do that. And it has a butterfly stitch along that edge. Same with this side. The inside of this one has a few ephemera pieces at the top that go with the pack, along with a specimen card, which is a purple butterfly. Slip that in there. Papers from this one are from TheJournalBoat. I love her works. This one, I don't know if that's a TheJournalBoat or not. Some of them I printed up and had put together for quite a while now, so I just had to add finishing touches. There's the memo. This side has a tag on it. This little heart. I want to call it a grommet, but you know what they are. Inside here is a couple tags you can use somewhere else in the journal. has stitching from my machine. It's looks like diamonds. There's a little butterfly. Looks like a specimen kind of thing. And that's pretty much it. There's your page tabs, a couple more pieces of ephemera to use anywhere inside. So, and this one got a white tag mark on it, or white clip on it. There's the next one. This one was fun. It has some vintage lace, which I kind of stained out a little bit. If you can see, there's old buttons, so vintage buttons on it. Let me take this off. And then I put some leaves on it. I did some embroidery floss leaves on there. Looks like this when it's open. I didn't do anything extra to it. The lace was enough. Don't want to overdo it, but you can see the glossy accents. They are there. And then the vintage girl image on the outside. This one has the artsy stems, the Tim Holtz die cuts, and it has a few in here. They just were perfect for the different flowers on this book. There's a pocket in the front. This is glued down, does not move. This is a JournalBoat paper, and then like I said, there's papers throughout. There's Tracy Fox. Don't know what that is. It's a random one from my stash, or I got some papers from somebody. There's another one of the artsy stems. Isn't that pretty? I watercolor those. I print them out on watercolor paper, a thin paper, and then I watercolor them. And I need to make some more. There's a little journaling card that I just slipped in here, so you can see what it looks like in there. Don't have to leave it, of course. Move anything anywhere. There's a page tabs. There's another tag. There's sewing on it, but a tag you can use somewhere else. Great place to store fun things that you get. I don't know. I love to use these. They're so much fun. Here's some of those vintage buttons again, sewn at the bottom. And they're dangly. I've got them glued in, so hopefully they don't move. Here's another one of the artsy stems. And then papers throughout the book. And at the back there's some ephemera. Okay. And these are so fat, I've had to use some of these bigger clips on them, and so can't use the little ones on everything. And this one is another hortensia. Love this one. Has the buttons at the bottom to dangle, and this girl is perfect for this flowered paper. It just great pop on it, and so pretty. You can see it's a piece of chipboard, and then a ticket, and then it has the butterflies on it and the edges, and a quick look inside. There's a couple of cards, one in each. This has just 2 pockets in the front, and it has 2 pockets in the back. And then there's your digitals. This one has a gray piece. I'll show you the other side. And then this is another washi type homemade, somebody made paper. Kind of fun. So that is not a digital, that is a printed paper. Like I said, I'm not so sure where it came from, but it's pretty. This is Screech Owl. It's from one of her later kits. Center of this one has it is not a file folder. Instead, it is a little folder that has some paper in a few sheets of paper. You can write some special notes down and store it inside somewhere. I have stuck it in this pocket for now. There's the other side, and then it has a big tag in it. I didn't put anything at the top because I'm for fear it would really be tall. And here's the other side of that gray paper. It is drawing paper. It's grayscaled. I left the edges on it so you can get the holes. See the holes? And like I said, here's the back. Oh, a lot of my first pages inside the book, they're either tracing paper, like this one's tracing paper, or vellum. And if I leave this piece hanging from it, you can either leave it that way or you can rip it off and use it inside the journal somewhere. Like you can glue it in, like washi tape. It's always nice to make yourself like your own homemade washi tape. Okay. The fourth hortensia, this is the last one. There you go. Very pretty woman. There's a dragonfly. Has flowers sewn on the sides. None on this edge, but just on that side. Quick walk through. And we have some ephemera pieces. These are sewn. This is a piece of chipboard up here in the smaller pocket. And then did some different. I actually put just sewed some, and it actually goes back to front. I sewed some, glued and sewed some of the papers right to that vellum to reinforce it a little bit more, because it does get a little wobbly sometimes. So I wanted to reinforce that one. And there we go. We got papers. Looks like the other one. Here's the pocket on this one. Nothing on the back. Pretty. This is printed on a different kind of paper. It is a calligraphy paper from Daiso. Not so sure how well that's gonna write on there, so it feels just a little like it's got a lot of tooth to it. There's another of those little booklets, so you can make some special notes in it. There's a few pieces of paper. Here's a piece of that vellum. You can use that anywhere inside. I don't think there's anything else. And then in the back, got a little makeshift postcard and a tag for writing on. All right. And these are so pretty. And the last one, this one is from the newest one called Our Way, and it's a fall. It looks more fall travel. Is what what comes to my mind. Has some vintage buttons that I sewed on the front. There is, let me pull this off. There's lace at the binding. I don't know, sometimes when you get the papers, the image that you want on the front is on the left side, and that's what happened with this one. So what I did was I cut the pieces that I wanted. In the inside, used some of the Tin Holtz linen washi tape, and I taped them together, and then put a little lace on the outside to cover up that, as well as you can see that it's the hand bound signature on it as well. But little glossy accents on it, very pretty. And the inside of this one has a bunch of little ephemera pieces, and the pocket has, it's this netting with gold leaves on it. I got it over at Dollar Tree. I have to show you guys this. It's really pretty. Got it at the Dollar Tree. Very pretty. So I put that on that pocket. And then here's the vellum front page. Again, all pretty much the same. Different array of papers. There's trim on there. Running down the side. Kind of sticks out on it. Kind of gives it a little definition. Papers. This one's got to be a JournalBoat paper. And from the center of this one, hanging is not only a little button, but a feather. The papers themselves, can you see that? Yeah, the papers do have in the packages of ephemera. I bought one of them, the stickers, and they do have feathers in it. So again, oh, there's another really pretty one, and I think this is Tracy Fox. Not exactly sure, but there we go. And that's the end of the last one. There's some page tags and the last final pocket. And there you go. So I hope you like my new set of journals. And they will be up on Etsy. There is the one ROA, it's kind of fall. These are fall, spring, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're so pretty. There's 4 of those. There is the one from the Imagine, and then 3 of them from the Clement. Oops, got some extra stuff. Doesn't belong there. From the Clement paper pack. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.